Hello, sales team. Welcome to February 20th, the week of February 20th. And hopefully you guys will enjoy these little newsletters. We're going to be sending these out on a regular basis to bring you up to date with some of the things we want to focus on for the week, as well as some recognition as we move forward, some training, and just bring you up to speed with some new things that are going on. So really quickly, start off with the opening of Magnolia. San Antonio is officially launched with its next, newest, greatest location. I got a chance to drive it this week and see everybody. It's a fantastic location. If you guys haven't had a chance to check it out, see more information on it. We also have the sales center that just opened up down in South Texas. Call center's been moved over there. It's a beautiful location. Check out our new sales center and where all those great sales calls are generating from. Congratulations to Gladys and her team on that. Also wanted to give a welcome to Eli Garcia, our newest member of the team. Eli, welcome. Eli comes to us with a breadth of NMLS background. It was a little bit of a springboard jump for him to go from doing so many different kinds of products to doing the one product that we focus on. Excited to have you on board. Welcome to the team. So a few things I want to talk about. One is I want to tell you guys a little story. Think of a surfer. I want you guys to think about a surfer out in the ocean. And the surfer is just sitting there, and that surfer is just waiting for that awesome wave. And he's seeing sets roll through, but he's waiting for that perfect wave to come in because he knows once that wave comes, he's gonna ride that thing all the way into the shore. And sometimes we look at what we're doing on the sales side with the same kind of thought process, because the nature of our business is we have some developments that will sell out in 8 days, right? Sell 200 to 400 properties in a really short period of time. And maybe they even sell it in a couple of weeks. But then we have other ones where we have more lulls. And throughout the course of the year, we're gonna have more lulls than we are gonna have these big waves. So why do I tell you this story? The reason is because if you're focusing on just the big waves, and those are great, that's where you're gonna make the bulk of your commissions over the course of the year. But we also wanna make sure that during the rest of that time, when we're waiting for the sets to come in, that we're actively out there paddling and making sure that we are ready for that big wave when it actually hits us. So moving into this year, coming up probably later on this week, you guys are gonna start to see a daily sales report sheet that we're gonna require you to fill out. It'll be a form that comes and you'll have a link to it. Every day at the end of the day, when you guys close off, the last thing that we want you guys to do is fill this out, and there'll be a variety of information we're gonna be collecting. How many leads did you call on that day? New leads, like people that you generated. How many referrals did you go after? How many prospects did you call on? Maybe you're calling on RV dealerships or trailer dealerships or whatever, and you're giving out business cards and trying to build those relationships. We want to know what your follow-ups look like. We want to start to track that stuff because those are your success factors. Those are the things that are going to make you incredibly successful in this business, because it's not just about taking orders when we have people coming in when that big wave is hitting. It's about going out there and generating business, bringing in referrals, bringing in leads, and creating the business that's going to make you guys busy outside of it. And this is what makes the Michael Jordans of our company. Michael Jordan was famous not because he had this unbelievable skill, but because he worked and practiced like he played. So he took incredible skill and put it with incredible work habits, and it made him the best in the world. So the question is, how do we take your skills and add in these amazing work habits when it's not as busy, so that you guys can see, in some cases, double or triple your income? And that's really what the goal is. Now, we also want to make this fun. So one of the things that we're going to be doing is we're going to be collecting that data so we can start to track to see where you are competing against yourself and within the organization and getting these big numbers, which is going to lead towards recognition within our team. We're going to be giving out plaques and awards. And as I mentioned earlier, we're going to be actually looking at putting together a mid-year meeting this year where all the teams can be able to get together. We'd like to start doing this at least once a year. We'll mix in some training and whatnot, but this will be a great opportunity for you to bring your families and have everybody come together probably sometime in July or August, the summertime, where they can be part of that recognition and see how well you've done. And then we can spend an entire great day out together doing something really recreational and fun. Look for that and let your managers know whether or not there are specific dates that work better for you. Finally, the last couple of things I want to talk about is bi-weekly meetings. Now, if you're working down south, you're working with Gladys's group, and we want to make sure that you schedule a bi-weekly meeting with Gladys where you're meeting every 2 weeks consistently, and we want to make sure that you're doing that every 2 weeks so that it allows you to check in a very formal basis on how you're doing. Now, if you're part of the Northern team, I'd like you guys to actually set those times up with me. So make sure that you reach out to me and let me know what times work for you. For example, Yasmin and I just talked this morning. We're going to be meeting at 8 a.m. every other Tuesday starting next Tuesday. So that's going to be our time where we spend and we catch up and we get a chance to share with each other what I'm looking for and what she's looking for to really make her opportunity at Cayetano as good as it can be. Now, the final thing I want to talk about, we're also going to be doing after hours sales calls. And so for people that the call center talks to that just cannot get in during the workday, maybe geographically they're too far away or whatever, we want to have these after hours sales calls available where our salespeople, and it doesn't matter where you are, you can actually take in and do informational calls. If we have a prospect that calls up and is only available at 6 o'clock and you sign up for that 6 o'clock hour, then you're going to be able to actually be the informational person and get commissioned on those people if they end up coming in and buying, even if it's not in your territory. For example, if Jorge talks to somebody and he signs up and he takes a 7 o'clock call on a Tuesday night and talks to somebody that's not available at other times, sets up the appointment for that person to go in, and they go into the RGV office and they meet with whoever, then he's going to get commissioned at whatever rate it is for that. And those commissions start at $250 and they go up from there. This is also nice because if you're a salesperson working down in the valley and you know that some of the properties are more expensive up in Austin area, you're going to be able to get those higher commissions for being kind of the sales administrator in that case. You may not be able to close it, but for being the sales administrator, you're going to get commission on that. So that opportunity is going to open up. You're going to see a schedule that we'll make. And again, we're only going to make available to the call center the times that you guys want to have. So if nobody wants to do it, that's fine. But I've definitely heard that we've got a lot of interest in people picking up those spots. So first come, first serve, and we'll let you know. But besides that, you guys have a great rest of the week. Looking forward to continued growth and communication with you guys. Feel free to reach out to me if there's anything you need. And again, have a phenomenal February 20th week.